In this video, we're going to talk about navigating with a horizontal situation indicator, or HSI. We're going to talk about what it is, how it works, and how we use it when we fly. The HSI combines the functions of a heading indicator, a navigational indicator like a VOR, and both vertical and horizontal guidance into a single instrument. An easy way to think of the instrument is a bird's eye view of your aircraft. And I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this video, to think of it again, a bird's eye view of your aircraft. And then again, you got heading indicator, and you got lateral navigation and vertical navigation, all in one instrument. The heading is displayed at the top of the instrument and is tied to a magnetic compass reading so that you don't have to constantly calibrate it like you would a standalone heading indicator. The OBS is indicated by an arrow that rotates about the artificial aircraft as the OBS knob is changed. The VOR, or localizer course deviation, is shown together in one needle in the center of the instrument with course deviation scale on either side. That's the yellow needle that you see on the instrument here. The to from indication allows you to determine which radial you are on around a ground-based navigation system. Finally, the outside of the instrument may also have a glide slope indication for vertical guidance on approaches. When the to from indication, the white triangle, points away from the OBS select pointer, the yellow arrow, the indication is a from. In this example, the OBS is set to 230 degrees, and the to from triangle indication is pointed at 050 degrees. If I were to fly a heading of 050, I would be flying away from the station. A from indication, just like we learned with VORs, would put us in the 180 degree range shown here in red around the ground-based station. When the to from indication points towards the OBS select pointer, again the yellow arrow, the indication is a 2. In this example, the OBS is set to 230 degrees, and the to from white triangle indication is pointed to 230 degrees as well. If I were to fly a heading of 230, I would fly to or towards the ground-based station. A to indication, again just like we learned with VORs, would put us in the 180 degree range shown here in blue around the ground-based station. Determining the relative position of your aircraft around a VOR ground station can be difficult. I personally use the method of always imagining that my aircraft is flying the same heading as what I have selected in my OBS. Then I look at the to from. A to would mean if I fly that heading, I would fly through the station. Remember, to is through. A from would mean if I fly that heading, I would fly away from the station. That tells me which side of the station I am on. Finally, if my CDI is centered, I am on the OBS course. If it is to the right, I would need to turn right to get on course if I was flying the same heading as the OBS. If the needle is left, I would need to turn left if I was flying the same heading as the OBS. Another way to determine your relative position from a nav station with a VOR or HSI is to remember the following template. The template has a ground nav station in the center and splits the surrounding areas into 4 quadrants with a vertical and horizontal line, as you see here. Our OBS selection is the template. In the template is always where we start. In this picture, it is pointed straight north. From indications from your VOR HSI will always be in the 2 quadrants on the side of your OBS selection. To indications from your VOR HSI will always be in the 2 quadrants opposite the OBS selection, like you see here. Course deviation indicator needles to the right of center will always be on the left side of the OBS selection. Think flying to the course. The line is the course, so we want to fly towards the course, and the line shows us where the course is. And course deviation indicator needles to the left of center will always be on the right side of the OBS selection in our template. So a from indication with needle centered would place our aircraft here relative to the OBS selection. A from indication with needle to the right would put our aircraft here, and a from indication with the needle to the left would put our aircraft here relative to the station. A 2 indication with needle centered would put our aircraft here on the 2 side. A 2 indication with needle to the right would put our aircraft here. And finally, a 2 indication with a needle to the left would put our aircraft here. Let's do an example of how we would use this in real life on a chart. Let's say we have this HSI indication from the Walla Walla VOR DME shown with the red star on our chart. Let's use this template to determine where we are relative to the station. First, let's make our 4 quadrants relative to the OBS selection of 100 degrees that we have on our instrument. Then we draw our indication circles. Remember, froms are on the side of our selection, twos are on the opposite side, right needle indications are left of OBS selection, and left needle indications are right of the OBS selection. Our HSI indication is a from, as shown by the white triangle pointed away from our yellow OBS selection area on the instrument. And we have a course deviation needle right of our OBS selection. We simply just find our quadrant, and we now know our relative position to the VOR DME. While we don't know how far away from the station we are, we would need a DME or another VOR in order to determine that. We can even be more precise about our aircraft situation using an HSI. In this example, the HSI tells us our heading is due south. The HSI also tells us from the course deviation scale that we're 8 degrees off our selected OBS course. So that would put us on the 092 degree radial since our selected course is 100. We now know our aircraft is pointed south, currently at this snapshot in time on the 092 degree radial, but we still don't know how far from the station we are. The to from indication and the course deviation needle and heading indication combined can tell us relatively where we are, but not exactly, and what we need to do to intercept a radial. The relationship between the OBS select pointer and the heading indication can tell us whether or not we have reverse sensing with the course deviation needle. If the difference between the two is greater than 90 degrees, then you will have reverse sensing, and a course deviation needle to the right of your artificial aircraft will mean you need to turn left to get back on course, not right like it would when you have direct sensing. Let's do a quick example. Here we have our OBS set to 230 degrees and our heading indication is 270. This is a difference of 40 degrees and means we have direct sensing with our course deviation needle. Therefore, a needle to the right, like we see here, would mean we need to turn right in order to get back on to our OBS course. On the other hand, if the difference between the OBS and heading are more than 90 degrees, like we see here, this tells us that we have reverse sensing. A course deviation needle to the right of our artificial aircraft, like we see, tells us we need to turn left to get back onto course. Let's go back to the example with direct sensing. If we pause at this moment in time with our aircraft pointed due west and a right turn needed to get back onto our selected course, the course deviation needle and the deviation scale can also tell us which radial we are currently on. In the example shown, the course deviation needle is 3.5 notches to the right of our artificial aircraft on our instrument. Each notch is 2 degrees off course, so this means the course deviation indicator is telling us we are 7 degrees off course. And since we know that we have direct sensing, because again, the difference between our heading and OBS selection is less than 90 degrees, then we know that we need a right turn, again, since the needle is to the right, and therefore that means we are 7 degrees off course to the left. Since our OBS selected course is 230, but we have a 2 indication, that puts us on the side of the 050 radial. And 7 degrees left of the 050 degree radial, again, when pointed in the direction of our selected course, is 057 degrees. That means at this particular moment in time, our aircraft is on the 057 radial of this nav station with a heading of 270. If we want to intercept the selected course and fly on it to the station, we can continue to fly straight until we close the gap in our course deviation needle centers. Or to intercept it quicker, we can make a 45 degree right turn and wait for the needle to center. In our example, we have a heading of 270, we need a right turn to get onto course. So if we change our heading 45 degrees to the right, we will be flying 315 degrees. Then we simply watch the course deviation needle as it starts to center, and just before it centers, we enter a turn to a heading that matches our selected OBS of 230. We are now centered on the course and tracking to the station on our selected OBS course.